I apologize. So a man from Indonesia, Sollah Roc, he had experienced the system before in engine. And how does the judges will be dealing with a time when there is they are filled the scores versus round start, switching in a split second, considering there is a lot of buttons, indicators to check. So I have to say that
he wants to know.
Judges has the same problem, you know.
I got it. Well, first of all, hey, Sollah Roc, what's going on? I know him very well. Great that he's here. Okay, well, when you're judging, you should kind of like, you know how the whole interface is looking like, right? You've been working with it before and so on and on. So you should not look down and look at the interface at any moment of the battle itself. It would actually be wrong to use the faders like that you prejudge somebody before. You need to wait until both parties have actually danced and have shown their performance, and then kind of like know in your mind, in your head already, where the fader positions should be. So that then after the round, you look down, you put the fader positions where they're supposed to be, and then real quick you press submit. That's it. So after every round, you should not do that while people are dancing. Did that answer your question, Sollah?
Good. Yeah. All right. Super. Thank you. Oh, sorry. So switch. Okay, you can, if you want to talk and ask.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Just switch off your
Sollah,
mic.
can you do it by yourself?
No, I have to do it for you. All right. So let me check. You know, I have to. Should be all right now. No, you can. Still not.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
It really depends how much you work with the system. It's a bit like, you know, like when you get when my son is playing PSP and Xbox and all these things all the time. When he's using a controller, he doesn't think about it anymore, right? So it really depends on how much you use the system. No,
well,
they
should just get on with the rounds, because what happens when you use, like Nils was saying, when you use the interface a lot, you just get used to where you're going to put the faders or buttons before you even think about it. You know, like you get so used to using the faders, you know exactly where you're going to put them. Like when you first start using it, of course, you move the fader and you want to be super precise, and it's a slow process. But when you use it more and more and more, you already know, and it can take 2-3 seconds to do a submit, like literally. They should just be natural. Yeah, just natural. No. When we first introduced the system, there was some delay because people were looking at the screen to see if they'd scored or whatever. But this changed really quickly. It's just that when you're changing systems, when you're changing over, there will be some issues like delay or thinking that, okay, I need to see which round I get. But really, you should just get on with the dance and let the judges take care of the judging. Yeah, I think this is going to be, well, this has been normal because there's not been training on the system that's extensive enough. You know, like when I use my phone, I don't even think about where the icons are. I know exactly where the icons are. Even with this code. Yeah. I mean, hopefully there'll be an app version so people can practice. You know, so the more you use it, the better you get at it, and the better you get at modeling what decision you're going to make, so that you don't, like, if someone comes out while you're judging, it won't make that much of a difference, because that tiny moment shouldn't be the decider of if you won the round or not. It should be the whole picture of your round. Like, just because you maybe slid out and did a freeze on the music is not enough to win a round.
You know, Sollah, we had ridiculous moments with the system where even though we had some judges where we thought that they really know how to work things out, sometimes, you know, the funniest was, I'm not going to say any names, of course, but the funniest was this one time a judge used the faders and submitted before the second person was dancing. You know, how is that possible? So you look at it, you go, wait a second, what did you do? How can you judge a round already when the other person hasn't even danced? Right? And this is where these problems are coming in, where you realize, like, wait a second.
Yeah. It's teething.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I think we have to go on.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
I will use your question and your talk to answer already to many questions about qualifications of athletes, of dancers, breakers, qualifications of judges, education of judges. So on the topic of education and selection of judges, I think you can confirm that we are working on it. So maybe you can tell us a little bit more. I mean, it's on the background already. Storm.
I don't know what to say about this. I mean, yeah, it's part of the process. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we are on the way.
Every day we're working on it. We're working on the code of conduct. We're working on the how did we call it? Say it again.
The updated rule book.
The updated rule book we're working on, which is very important also to identify judges from all over the world who are going to be able to work with the Trivium system. So we're working on a certifying process for all the judges that we have. And the next step is that we are bringing out that we post. How did we call it again, Kevin? The criteria, no, not criteria, man, you know what I'm talking about.
No.
What does it take to become a judge, basically?
Education. I mean, education.
Competencies.
The process.
Yeah. Well, no, it's more about the competences. What competences must the judge have? But also, you know, like certain things that they cannot compete anymore, that they should have, as you know, like all these things.
Conflict of interests.
Yeah.
All of this stuff has to be looked at. It's not students and people and they become judges. There needs to be rules about maybe you've been dancing for 10 years minimum, that you've entered competitions, or that you've trained people that have entered competitions, or that whatever the decision is made will be fair across the board. That you can't be a sponsored judge by a company that has sponsored dancers in the competition. All of this stuff needs to be looked at.